the shoot.
Bitches, yes. Okay. Well, I think it impacts everything. First of all, being drunk is being drunk, and you're always going to be different when you're drunk versus when you're sober.
Yeah.
And I think especially when you're shooting content, liquor is the what is that? What is the phrase? It gives you like courage. Liquid courage.
Yeah.
It makes you more comfortable. It just makes you more like you don't care. Like
you're
you just,
less conscious,
right?
About
what you're doing.
You're less self-conscious.
Right. Exactly that.
So, for instance, I'm fucking Mystique with a strap on.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fine. And it looks wonderful. And we did a great job. And I was also thinking about if I was drunk, I'd have been like
into this shit.
In a different way.
Yeah. So how did you feel
doing it sober?
Yeah. How did you feel about, because I know that we talked about like you with the strap and how you're feeling. Huh?
That I'm a former alcoholic also.
Well, yeah. That too. I didn't even think about that.
Yes.
But like, your feeling of with the strap and like now sober, you like really got to sit in that feeling.
Correct. You got to be present in that bitch.
Yeah.
It was fine. Honestly, it was fine. It was an experience. And it was also me thinking about what you're just more conscious. Like you said, you're more self-conscious thinking about things, and not even self-conscious in a way where it's like insecure, just self-conscious, literally like you're conscious of yourself.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about like, what am I looking like? Where do I put my hands?
Yeah.
Etc.
Right.
But it was fine though.
Yeah, I most of the time when I shoot content, well, not most of the time, all the time I shoot content, I'm by myself
or with your girlfriend
or with my fiance. So like I am already comfortable, so I don't drink and I smoke a lot, so I'm always high.
This will be a new experience where you're with a bunch of bitches.
Yeah, so
every
me fucked up.
Yeah, every time I shoot content, I'm drinking.
Drunk.
I can't shoot content sober.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I look so freaking weird. Like, I don't know. And then, like, I like to, like, talk because it's, like, a lot of my stuff is solo. So I have to, like, keep it interesting. So talking is one of the best ways to keep it interesting. And I feel so... I don't know what to say when I'm sober. But when I'm drunk, I'm a nasty bitch. I'll say some things. I'll say some things when I'm drunk. I'll say some wild-ass shit.
Okay, well, what about when you film... So if someone is recording you, does that make a difference? So like if you're drunk and you're recording yourself, obviously that's like balls to the wall. If you're drunk and someone else is recording it, does that make it more awkward?
Yeah. No, it makes it more comcomfortable.
Oh, it makes it more comfortable.
I'm drunk and they're recording me?
Yeah. So like if Ez is recording you doing like a JOI or something, that's fine?
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's
if I was sober, I'd be uncomfortable. I'd be like, bitch, no.
What the fuck?
No.
Right.
I think that I'll be uncomfortable either way. Like with a person, like with another person, just because I'm used to shooting my own content. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, you've never had anyone. Yeah.
And so even when my fiance shoots my content, like I'm still a little like weird about it because I'm just more self-conscious. Like I can't see how I look, and I know what I like to see.
Correct.
And so she's just snapping, or like anytime I do a photo shoot or anything, like other people are taking pictures of me, so I don't know if they know what I'm looking for.
Correct.
And so it's just like,
but that's why you got to shoot with a fire ass photographer like Ez, because she's gonna get the shit.
I'm not worried about it.
She don't get like she's gonna get it.
I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried at all.
She's going to fucking get it. And also, she's like a Photoshop queen. So even if you don't like it, she can Photoshop. It's like she can make you look like an entirely different person.
And her personality. Yeah, love her.
Yeah, she's cool as fuck.
Okay, I'm glad I like her.
She's booked and busy.
Yes. Shout out to Photos by Isabel.
Definitely.
Okay, well, separately, what's up?
Oh my God, we're finally back in the studio.
Yes.
It's been a year?
It's been
more than a year?
Yeah. Well,
when's the last time we recorded? That was like...
It's February.
Was that February?
Oh my God, yeah, that was February 2019.
Because that was for the last power shoot,
2019?
Wait.
No.
Did we shoot content when we had the power shoot?
No, we didn't. We didn't. Any.
So it was before that. So that must have been, that was 2019. Because it was probably November or December. Because then episodes started coming out in January.
Right, that's when it was. It was like November, December.
So it's been over a fucking year.
Yes.
What? Hey, y'all!
Cheers to that.
Yeah, for real. And all our different,
we're back.
Yes,
we're back at it.
We're back, and you ladies look so beautiful. It's so nice to see you. I know, and be in your presence.
Exciting. It's exciting. I'm excited.
Can you please tell us about your day and what has been happening and what happened?
Listen, my week. Okay, so like, It's just one of those.
It's only Tuesday.
No, okay. Now that I don't have like a 9-to-5 job, I don't know. A week is just 7 days. Like that. So like my past
7 days,
has just been like any little thing that can go wrong has gone wrong. Like any little thing. I got locked in my car. Like
inside of your car?
My key decided to just like stop working while I was inside of my car. And so I couldn't. Oh no, there's a backstory to this. Okay. My door handle also recently broke. See, these are all the things that are happening. So my inside door handle recently broke. So I have to reach over to open the door. It's just been one of those things where I just haven't gone to get it. You know, I just haven't gone to get it fixed.
My old car, my front light went out and it was out for like 6 months and I never got it fixed. I just stopped driving at night.
Just, right.
And figure it out.
Bitch, I could roll down the window, open the door and it works and I'm fine and whatever. But besides the point.
Yes.
My key stopped working.
Yes.
And I cannot open the door from the outside. My key stopped working, so I could not turn on my car.
Yes.
It's a push to start, so I could not turn on my car. And I need to roll down the window in order to get out of my car.
Yes.
So I was stuck in my car for a solid 7 minutes. And it's hot as fuck. It's just very hot.
Yeah.
But that was just one of the things. Today, what had happened was I got a flat tire. And
started with that.
Literally started with that. So I had to go to the gas station to get air. There was a line in the gas station at fucking 7 a.m. A line in the gas station. Not even 7. It was like 6. It was like 6:30. Whatever. Had to go park my car and then take a shuttle to the airport. The shuttle took like 30 minutes to come.
Yeah.
For what reason, I don't know. Like there were just a bunch of us just waiting outside. Finally got to the airport. By the time I got to the airport, I've never traveled on a holiday. It's packed. The airport was so
everyone's
packed.
trying to go home.
Oh,
Memorial Day weekend.
Gosh. So the line just to check your bag was super long. And by the time we got to the front, we had missed the time to check our bag.
Yes.
So we had to find a new flight. They originally told us the flight was going to leave at 8 p.m. But we had to
that was not going to be.
And I cried. Like I just started bawling in the airport.
Because that's that buildup though. That's that like one thing after another has gone wrong and nothing is going right. And eventually you just literally have to fucking sob. You have to. You don't have a choice.
Just bawled.
Good for
and
you.
the lady find a way to
so that probably helped too.
She's like,
she up here crying. I don't know what's going on. She's probably nervous. I can't imagine. Honestly, I can't imagine being like a public worker at this point because you probably think everybody's going to shoot some shit up if they get upset.
Bruh. And the person behind me was upset, yelling, cussing, everything.
See? You just never know.
I was going to say, and then I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there have been like so many like articles and like posts of like people like fighting at the airport, fighting on the planes, fighting the flight attendants.
Could you drink on your plane?
No.
Yeah, they're not allowing you to drink
drinking on any Southwest flights because this girl,
a flight attendant, beat somebody's teeth
in.
Bust her head open.
And it was a woman, right?
Yes, it was 2 women.
White women, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
But it's like, damn, what the hell is going on?
So there's no drinking on any flights. Because you flew Southwest, I flew American, no drinking on the flights. They say due to recent events.
Facts.
No.
Due to bitches getting their teeth beat the fuck in.
Right.
Crazy.
Fair enough.
Crazy. My friend's a flight attendant though, and she had a different story of like a group of bitches, black girls, who were drunk as fuck, but like lit as fuck, and they were actually coming to Vegas. And she was like, when they pulled up, they had like a sprinter outside, but they were like ratchet as fuck, playing their music out loud in the airplane, everything like that, drunk as fuck. But that was a good experience. Like she was like, as a flight attendant, she was like, I really wish they would stop. But as a girl, she was like, bitch, y'all lit. So, but I think that's like a black girl thing too. Because if I,
and that's better than punching someone's face. Like,
that is ridiculous.
Yeah. So, no.
So you finally got here.
Hey, we're here. It's nighttime.
Yes. That's okay though.
But we made it.
Yes.
We made it. And then, that's the moral of the story.
And now you're here and things are going to go smoothly.
From here on out.
Yes.
From here on out. And then being in y'all's presence.
Yes. Yes.
I'm so elated.
Yes. Sometimes that happens though, where it's just Well, let me ask you this. How do you make sense of that occurrence of events?
Everything happens for a reason.
What do you think the reason is in this context?
I have no idea. I don't think that's something that I need to know. Yeah. Like, I don't need to know. Like, literally, I had to keep reminding myself of that. Like, after I bawled.
Yes.
I had to just keep saying, like, everything happens for a reason. I'm being protected from something, or, you know, maybe I would have been that drunk bitch beating somebody up because I was so stressed. You know, I don't know. So it was meant to happen.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's true, though.
It does suck, though.
Girl.
Do you want to do drugs?
Always. Always. No, but yeah, always. So that didn't.
I did drugs the other day.
Did you?
I did 1 weed.
Oh. 1 weed. Girl, when you say drugs.
Right. We're thinking some pills. No, because today I'm like, do you have some Midol? Because my period came and I was getting some cramps. Do you have some much? Like, no, I have 2 bottles of Oxycontin. And I was like, girl, I'm like, who the hell is 10 in the morning?
And then when we were talking about treats, she was like, I have plenty of these.
No, she's like, do you want an edible? And I'm like, girl, no, I don't want an edible. It's 10 in the morning. I don't want an edible. I don't want weed. I want some freaking Midol. And she's like, I have Oxy, I have this, I have that.
Were you not at the airport early this morning with a little drink?
I was. Okay, I will say I was that bitch at the airport at 5 a.m. drinking a mimosa, but only because when I went up to my gate, the bar was right there and it was like packed with people. So I'm like shit. I mean, everyone else is drinking, so I feel like I need a little drink. What kind of people
was at the bar?
It was
at 5 a.m.
Young people, old people, white people, black people, Hispanic people, Arab people. It was everybody was at the bar at 5 in the morning drinking. It was people taking shots. It was people don't give a fuck. People do not give a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
Your face.
Eating pizza.
Not at 5 a.m.
Not shit. It's
pizza,
hard
burgers.
now.
They were eating pizza, burgers.
At 5 a.m.
Taking shots of liquor.
But you know, I guess when you think about it, at the airport, people are on different times too.
I always said that in the airport, there's no concept of time.
Yeah.
There is no rule. Like, you could eat pizza at 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, 8, whatever. It doesn't matter. You can drink whatever time. It doesn't matter. Like, no one is going to judge you for how you dress, what you're doing, what you're drinking. Like, they do not care.
Even though that's a thing now, this whole with Black women going out the house in their bonnets and going to the airport specifically in like pajamas and bonnets, and like people are coming down on, you know, like that's...
Wait, what?
Yeah, people are saying like, you know, like Monique was the person I can remember, but there was like multiple people. It was like a whole
saying
trend.
That Black women like shouldn't go out in their bonnet.
Right. Like, you know, Monique specifically said like,
I think I saw a clip
where's
of
your
the Monique
pride? Thing. Like, you know, she said, you know, she did one of those like, no offense, but she's like, not that you don't have any pride, but it's not showing. And that's like...
The interesting thing about that is that I suck dick for money. So there is, I don't know where to go from there with wearing a bonnet is like the lowest on priorities in terms of like moral compass or value or pride.
Right.
Bitches suck dick for money.
And I don't know. It's just weird. Like, I remember I saw this post. This girl was like responding. She's like, "You don't know what people are going through." Like,
Also,
to be judging them on how, like, to judge people on how they're dressing and how they're being presenting themselves out in public. Like, you don't know if they're going through depression.
Correct.
Like, there could be so many things going on in this person's life that you don't even know, and you're like judging them, thinking they don't care about themselves, that they have no pride. No, maybe they just don't have. Like, that's not their priority right now, is to look whatever you think presentable is.
And also, bitch, I'm going on the plane to sleep.
Right.
So, like, I'm trying to keep my hair laid for when I actually go out.
Correct.
Like, so, yeah, I got to bonnet on.
Because who actually gets dressed up to go on
it's
the
like
plane?
people who wear jeans on a plane.
Or
to me,
heels.
you're a sociopath.
When I see bitches walking down in heels, I'm like, oh, you must be selling pussy.
You're a sociopath.
I think you're selling pussy.
I do think that you're either selling pussy or going to work, because
I do see.
I have on the plane.
Because the airport, there's so many businessmen in the airport.
And they go straight. They go straight from wherever to their meeting
in the airport going to get some food. They're at the bar.
Yeah,
so these bitches getting dressed up in red bottoms going in the airport.
Girl,
I mean, do your thing,
Crocs
but
in your bag and put your heels on when it's time to go.
Also, whenever I go on a plane, I think about that I might die. And in my brain, I'm like, I want to be comfortable if I die. I don't want to be in some denim jeans squished in this bitch. Yeah. I want to be fucking comfortable.
Yeah. In the thighs sweating and shit.
Correct.
No.
Yeah. And heels, feet hurting.
Feet aching
or you got to
shit.
take your shoes off and then you're touching your feet on the bottom of the plane. And what the fuck?
Yeah,
and also, I just want to say about the Monique thing. Pride for whom? Because to me, that sounds very much so like it sounds very much like you are a nigger and you want to look good for the white master.
Right.
Because that's what I hear.
I keep seeing or keep thinking like, who taught you what like professionalism is or what
white people.
Like how did you decide what's presentable and what's not presentable?
Like, and see, this is exactly why I show up to multiple Zoom meetings with white people in a bonnet. Because I need them to know we're going to go full nigger if I want to.
And it doesn't take...
And you're not going to say shit about it.
It doesn't take anything away from my professionalism,
at all.
My knowledge,
at all.
my... and it's like, it's 2021. Have we not learned that yet with these like major tech companies and shit that they show up however the fuck they want? Because, bitch, I'm smart and I know these codes, though. Right. Like, that's what's important. None of that other shit is actually important.
Whatever. Monique really could have just said, I hate black people and I hate poor people, because that's the other piece of it is it's like the whole like look presentable is like hella classist and like whatever. And so she could have just said that.
Yeah. And
isn't she a lesbian now?
Is she?
Is that her? Oh, that's Niecy Nash.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Oh, yeah.
She married a woman, right?
Monique has a
she married a stud.
Yeah, she married a stud.
Like a full on.
She sure did.
She went the whole, you know what? Kudos to her.
Just jump.
Shout out to her.
Jump shit. Man. Yeah, they're so cute. They're so cute together.
Speaking of, I was at the club like last week.
Did you see a stud?
No, I was in the section next to like a bunch of like the Chicago, I think it's Chicago Sky, the WNBA. And they were playing the Atlanta team. So it was like the Chicago Sky and the Atlanta. Man, there was so many fine.
I wonder if
they were fine.
Do you think they tricked?
They were popping bottles. They were the main ones popping bottles in there.
Probably.
They popped like 7 bottles and they didn't pop no cheap bottles. They had like 1942 Don Julio Hennessy.
Yeah, I mean, they got NBA money, but they got money.
They had some really fine bitches, like fine bitches in there. Like with them like girlfriends, like caked up type shit.
See, why did I never think to like their pictures? See, this is something. What is happening with me? Because bitch, I should have been on that.
Yeah,
I did go through a little phase where I was liking a few of their pictures, but I feel like I don't know.
It
like,
doesn't work the same.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't work the same. Like they're like they'll DM you. And then you'll reply, but they just won't DM you again.
It's like there's probably a different formula.
Yeah, I just don't know what the formula is.
I don't know I'm trying to holler at anyone.
I need to figure this out because they were fine. It was like 3 of them. I was like, bitch,
damn,
I'll let y'all run the train on me.
Period.
Yeah,
no
that's like. Oh no, we're gonna. Talk
and they
about
were
that
tall,
but yeah,
they were tall as fuck,
and like
yep.
Yep. There was like when quarantine first happened and everybody was doing like those little challenges and shit where they like there was like a stud like group and they were just all just so fine. Just so fine. And they did the whole like they were in their like basketball wife beaters.
Yeah.
And then they switched it up and they had like little fedora hat on.
See,
I mean, it was just
don't know. See, the thing about studs is sometimes they be fucking corny. There's a really fine fucking line with studs where it's like, damn, you be fine. And they go, it's just
fedora. They're gonna wear a fedora.
That is corny.
And the Chelsea boots. Like,
it's
bitch.
Corny.
Yeah.
It's cute sometimes though. So when they have like,
no.
Okay, you know, like the Miami like Wynwood look, you know, with the hat and the tight jeans and the Chelsea boots. Like that's a look that I can get with it.
I need that young MA.
Yeah.
Okay, I love that too though.
I need that young MA. I don't want no fedora.
Listen,
I want
don't discriminate.
I want a stud with a gun. That's what I want. That's what I want.
I also needed to like not be a too try hard thing. Like that to me is when it gets corny.
Yeah.
Is it's like I don't know what it is. I don't know. There's just something specific about studs that it just gets really corny really fast. And it's a try hard thing.
You know what is so corny to me is when they do those little like grinding videos and shit. It is like, I hate that. Girl.
Because see,
and that's the corniness.
I followed a bunch of them after that damn.
They start eating air pussy. Girl, what are you doing?
And so that's fair enough because I don't like when men do that shit either. It's corny across the board.
Men take it to another level. They start eating peaches and shit. Like y'all haven't seen the videos when it's like 5 dudes shirtless. Yes. First of all, they're not even cute. So I'm confused. Who told y'all that we wanted to see y'all? Number one, but it's 5 dudes that nobody asked for, unprovoked, shirtless, oiled up, biting a peach. Like, sir,
and then it's like,
go to work.
And they be worried about their sexuality at the wrong time.
That's when you need to start.
Why are you shirtless with your homeboys?
Oiling up and shit.
Oiling up.
For free.
Sucking whipped cream off peaches.
For free. Because they're not content creators.
Yeah.
They don't do none of that shit.
You're doing this for free.
Just because. No.
And nobody thought. Nobody. You
about that shit. And I just know, as content creators, we know what it's like when the camera stops, and we know what it's like before the camera starts. So it's like, oh, what are we gonna do? We're gonna do this,
right?
And then we do it, and then the camera stops. Oh, let's look at it. Oh, it looks great. That's what we do because we're content creators. Imagine that for them.
Just envisioning.
And then my next question is, who is this for? Is this
supposed to be for women?
Who is this?
For each other. This
is what I'm saying.
It has to be for them because it's not for us. Because I don't know not one woman who's ever said, I want to see a grown man shirtless, oiled up
in a group
sucking whipped cream off a peach.
No, but they do though because they be retweeting and
who, like aunties.
But probably. That's what I'm saying though. But look at who retweets it though. It's not. You will never see one of us like, damn, this is sexy as hell. No, usually like older women. You know what I'm saying? True. They've been married for a few years.
Yes.
And it's like times are older.
Yes. It's an older thing.
That was the thing back then.
Just like older, like sugar daddy or old tricks who are like 40 and up, the way that they approach you is way different than like a 25-year-old. They're going to be on some like, yes, mama is a pretty, whatever, like on some weirdo shit. And that's like sexy to them. They think they're being like,
that is like 97% of my OnlyFans.
Okay. Oh my God.
It's like them old ass men.
Old heads.
Who, you know what I'm saying?
We're just talking about the old heads in the car.
They got it though. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I understand you for who you are. Like this is who you are. Thank you. We appreciate you for trying.
Yes. I will say that I feel maybe biased because now that I've been on TikTok, watching TikTok, not making TikTok for like the entire pandemic, I am attracted to white men.
Give me the tequila.
We're just talking about that in the house. Like, it's a no for me.
I don't know what's going on with me, but
you've been in the house too long.
They're doing it for me.
But like doing it how though? Because like admiring a celebrity white, you know what I mean? That's different.
Yes, definitely.
But like she's been doing that.
Yeah.
That was before the pandemic.
But, yes. But there is, I don't know it's TikTok. I blame TikTok.
But
I have to find some videos because
I'm really trying to figure this one out here.
There's just shit that now I feel like I have to explain myself.
You do. You hear the silence, so I'm like waiting for the rest.
I don't know what is wrong with me, but there are some really Okay, this is actually kind of corny, but I don't give a fuck. There is this white guy. I just think he's so beautiful, and like his whole page is just him like chopping wood. He just chops wood.
Does he do it like shirtless?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's lumberjack.
I get it. I get it. It works for him. I get it. You know, that's another thing too. Like as a content creator, I have, you know what I'm saying? Like I have to appreciate everybody for their art and their niche and their, you know what I'm saying?
Not accepting it.
I mean, not that, no.
You're not accepting
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong now. I appreciate what he does for his work. Okay,
yes, but it's like, okay, all right. How do I rationalize this?
I don't know because Okay, so what about him is turning you on? The fact that he's chopping wood,
or his
shirtless,
whiteness.
or his whiteness?
That he's a white man.
What is it that's turning you on about this?
He is a good-looking white man.
Do you have like
who is doing a thing?
Are you fetishizing white men?
Oh yeah, definitely. I have no respect. It's objectification all the way. Let me make that clear. However, there is something, I think, okay, how am I? All right, I just posted a video on my Instagram the other day, and I don't know if y'all saw it, but it was like a white guy making food. But the way that he makes food is very, like, kind of sexual, but not in the way where it is kind of corny because honestly, any man who's intentionally trying to be sexy is always corny, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. But then there's, like, levels to how they execute it. Mm-hmm. So this dude, he makes food, but he does it in this really fucking erotic way and artistic way. So, like, he's like showing his hands wet with whatever the fuck he's making, or he's like doing close up. And it's just like, I think from our perspective, it's like, this is what women would like to see, not your abs. So like, I don't know, what do y'all find, when y'all look at men, what do y'all find attractive? For me, it's like hands and back. So even like a video of just a white guy, like, not even just all kind of guys, but especially white guys on the TikTok. If they're like doing shit with like their back and it's just like weird, not like intentionally posing. I can't describe it. But like, that's what I would look at if I was in the bed with my nigga. I would be like, that man is fine as fuck. I'm not going to be looking at his abs or I don't know what
I was just saying the other day, I don't care about abs.
Who gives a fuck?
I don't care about that at all.
So what body part, female gaze, what would be your ideal, like, love sex scene and things included in that?
Sex scene, you said?
Yes, we'll go full on sex scene, but including all parts of things that would be attractive for you.
For me?
Yes.
I don't know. Height. I like tall.
Okay,
I like
so showing height.
I like to see men difference. Like looking like down. Like, I don't know. I like that.
So your female gaze would be the camera is down, and the dude is standing up, and the POV would be you looking up at him.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. So it's not him like flexing and like, oh, I'm so muscular. Like, it's literally just him looking down at you like,
yeah, I like that.
And from the POV of you, you're looking up.
Yeah.
Okay, boom.
What
about
that
you?
Too. I like that too. But I think it's because. It's because I like sucking dick. So like
you're looking up while you're sucking dick.
Looking up.
Exactly.
Yeah, like doing that, looking up.
So for me, it's like I want to see hands doing things. I like to see and little veins popping out. Yeah, and the same thing with backs too. Like that shit is sexy as fuck. So when I see it and then they put, you know how they edit TikTok videos, it's like, and the music, and then the whole thing is like a fan cam, basically. And it's like, God damn, these are all the parts I'd want to see in a porn.
Right. I'm really trying to think. That's crazy that like
it's female
gaze.
Can't
imagine like what I like on I just can't think of it right now.
I was gonna say money, but you can't see money.
You can't see it. But you can see it though.
But so this would be a specific question, is how would you want to see him interacting with the money? You want to see him counting it. You want to see him.
See, I like the flashy dudes with like the jewelry, like the tall dude with a nice iced out watch.
Boom.
Hand around the throat. What?
There's your female gaze.
Yeah, that does sound
I like that. Chain dangling.
Yes.
Hand on forehead.
There's one. So
the forehead.
The POV would be the person with the camera will be looking up and the dude will be looking at you.
Chain.
The chain
dangling.
That's female gaze, bitch.
That's nice. That's what I was going to say too. Chest. I do like chest though. I like a nice firm, not just
the titties,
chest,
good titties.
It's titties and shoulders.
Yeah,
like I
will say that.
Shoulders.
I like nice shoulders, arms.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So like it's something about like a guy with good posture and like his traps are like, you know what I'm saying? Like
thick ass neck ass nigga.
It's something about that. It's like you could just like
I agree.
Devour me, and I really enjoy that.
Correct. So this is one part of it. One part of it is like the aesthetics of the person, like what we visually, aesthetically, boom. The other piece is like things that they're doing. Like I like niggas who are being useful to me and getting things done. So the chopping wood thing is like, that's a task.
Handy.
You're getting something. Yeah. So like, and then the other dude that I just described, he's cooking. So that's like, you're doing a thing.
Useful.
Yeah. So the other thing would be like, what do you like to watch men do?
We're in the same boat. I'm like,
I don't know.
I really don't know.
I've never sat down and
I honestly do like to see men jack off. Like, I honestly do like that.
Going straight to the explicit.
But, like, I like to see it for me.
Yes.
Like, I like to know that, like, if I sent you something and you sent me back a jacking off video,
watching that video
for me,
yes.
like, I do enjoy that.
Yes.
I guess I would like to watch a man cook because I don't like cooking.
Yeah.
So somebody got to cook.
Correct.
If I was with a man, one of us would have to cook, and I would hope it'd be him because I'm not cooking shit.
Correct.
So yeah, watching a man cook.
So imagine a POV looking up cooking. He's iced out. Like that's
making me some spaghetti.
Correct. That's so that's a totally non-sexual video that for you would be like, holy fuck.
Yeah. I think it's because I've just been so removed.
Also, yeah, fuck men. Like this is still gang.
And so I'm literally trying to vision, and I can't. Like I literally cannot vision anything that I would, because like,
and that's fine. Your gaze doesn't have to even be. First of all, I don't think any of our gazes is exclusively on men anyway.
Right.
But just rationalizing why I have been obsessed in that way
with that white man, because with that lumberjack.
Yes, they just be making all of this content that is so sexy to me.
Maybe I need to find. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna try to find
different things that would.
I want to also say, and I had been meaning to talk about this, and maybe I did. So correct me if I'm wrong. I have been meaning to say for a while also that I have also gotten into. I don't even know what it's called technically, but like audio erotica. So it's like audio porn. Have we talked about this?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So how did I TikTok? Fucking TikTok. I
didn't think TikTok allowed all this sexual ass shit on there.
They do. It'd be like low key shit. Like you can't. It's not obvious.
You gotta know. Yeah. You gotta know who to follow. Type of shit.
That, but also it's not like they're like suck my dick in your throat. It's not like that.
Right.
So it is still like TikTok appropriate. But so I was watching TikToks and came across, I forget what it was, honestly. Yes, there is. It's Timmy. It's Timmy Chalamet. Don't judge me, bitches. I'm deep in.
Deep the fuck in.
And I looked out at the screen. I'm like, is that a white neck?
It's Timmy. I love Timmy. And there's a white man on my other background too.
Oh my God, Raquel.
Who the fuck are you?
Oh my God.
Like, what?
This is Eric Northman from True Blood.
I don't give a fuck who it is. This is what happens when we leave you for a year now.
This is me some fun and love all times away, man.
What's going on? This is not how we raised you.
Oh my God.
God damn.
That shit's crazy, girl.
I have a problem. Help me.
So, okay.
I want to tell you about the audio erotic.
Tell me about it.
The audio erotic.
Okay. I'm rationalizing all of this that it is a new gaze, and it is a gaze that is my female gaze and not like things created by men for women, but it's like things that men think women want to see. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was watching TikToks and I came across a thing, and I don't remember what the actual video was, but the audio was a clip from a creator who does audio erotica, and it was him just saying like good girl and different shit. And I was like, this is interesting. Like, let me just sounded good. So I went to that creator's Patreon, joined it. And he literally makes audio porn. And he does it in a way. So he literally is a professional, like, I don't even know what it'd be called. Like, he doesn't record like in his crib on a fucking whatever.
Right.
He is professional as fuck. And he does an entire fucking story. So like, I'll give you an example. My favorite one, for instance, is he's like pretending that he's like talking to a friend about having gone to the library or some shit. And he's reading about the town's history. And then as he's talking to the friend, it like fades into him in a fucking like British accent. And it's in the scene that he was talking about, right? And you can hear like the little horses and shit. And essentially what happens is he's like the town's, I don't know, carpenter or some bullshit like that. And the mayor's wife comes over to his home to like find out information about what's been going on about something. And then the mayor's wife like doms him And it's just him talking though. So you hear him moaning, you hear him breathing heavy, you hear him saying things like, I've been a good boy and whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just the audio. So part of it is that you can visualize whatever you want.
Whatever.
So that person talking can be whoever I want it to be. The scenario can be whenever I want it to be. And then you also get to hear the sexy things that we would want to hear from partners that you don't typically hear in like regular porn. In regular porn, again, it's like made for men.
Right.
So even the shit that the men are saying is like, it's not what you would actually want to hear from a partner.
Right.
So you get to hear him be like breathy. You get to hear him nut and everything. And it's just crisp ass audio. I'm going to have to send y'all one so y'all can listen.
Because I think I would thoroughly enjoy that.
I want to see what this is like.
Okay. I'll send y'all examples.
So do you like beat off to it?
Oh yeah, full on. Okay, not only do I masturbate to it, I also like fall asleep to it because it's also like ASMR-y.
Right.
So it's like a combination of, that shit is extremely...
No, it sounds
it's really hot. I mean, imagine listening to whatever amazing sex and with a partner that you fuck with and just hearing his sounds.
Audio.
I'm not gonna
because
lie,
I will say, like, when I record shit like for myself, like in the phone with like a partner, sometimes I don't even watch the video. I just hear the audio.
Yeah.
And then I just rethink about the time that without even watching the video, but I like still like remember like what happened.
Yeah.
But it's because when you see like the video, you don't think about everything. You don't think about all the other senses. Like you think about how he felt on top of you, or how you felt on top of him.
That's what it is.
Where his hands were, like all these things. Like you don't see all like the actual breathing. Like when he is breathing right here, and it felt like this. So you don't get to experience and think about all those things when you're watching a video.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you are hearing the audio,
you get to use your imagination. That's why it's so fucking fire.
True.
And really, the point here is that it's created by white men.
That's what I was going to say.
That was the circle loop part.
That would throw me off though, because you legit can tell. You can, and that's so like weird and cool to me but you can legit tell. Some people have different, but for the most part, you can tell a black person's voice.
No, you can,
and a white person's voice.
A white man,
and it's like
for sure.
That would fuck with me.
And that's fair.
I wouldn't, I don't think I'd be able to.
I don't know. There are probably black,
gotta be,
audio erotica creators.
Yeah.
So that could be your thing. And then,
bitch, hello, let's start something. Girl.
I know.
All three of us.
Hello? I know. I actually asked Hef because she did some kind of a voiceover thing and she has an amazing voice. And I asked her, does she want to shoot some shit like that? She does
have a nice, like...
Beautiful, sultry, amazing.
Nice
yes.
But the thing about it is, in order for it to really hit successfully, you have to go record it at a studio. We cannot record that shit at home on our phones or on voice memo. You have to shoot it in a place that can pick up on like all of the fucking sounds.
You have to have a good system. Like,
and a good system in a room that is enclosed with no echoes and shit, like the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
So honestly, I feel like it's a market that is like not super tapped into. And like as creators, we have, it is kind of a good idea.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Okay, I'm going to send y'all some so you can listen and then like we can talk about if y'all even fuck with it at all. But I think it's really
I already know
hot.
I'd fuck with it because like you said, the fact that I get to picture whatever I want to picture, but the voice has to be on point. Right. Because if I'm picturing Poindexter fucking reading me the shit, I'm not doing it. Like,
what about so one of the, not the main one who I listen to, but there's another guy and his voice is more raspy and kind of, he's still white, but it's more, you know, that like,
I get it.
The other dudes I listen to who are like the most, he sounds
like a white man.
He sounds like a college white boy, but it's so fucking good.
But you like that Timothy
this
boy,
is Timmy.
So you like those little college white boys.
Yes. I do. He looks like a Victorian ghost, and I'm into
now,
that.
And now that you said that, it's because he's getting domed. I get it, because you're thinking about doming that white boy.
That's literally what I'm thinking. I'm like, is this like your
Raquel's thinking about
your
fisting this man,
doming a white man? Yeah, that's what I think is. That's what I think this is all come to, and that's how I'm rationalizing it.
Okay, that's fine.
And that's how
I'll rationalize it that way.
Giving you less judgment from me.
Yes. there is another one where it's not doming, and I think that one's pretty hot too. But we'll stick with that. I am topping them.
And this hot stuff, like who is this?
I know.
Hot. It's very hot.
Like, who are you? bitch. Like
TikTok, I think it's the influence of TikTok over the pandemic. I have become a white woman.
This is crazy.
And I'm not proud of this.
No, girl, this is crazy. I gotta take another drink. I'm like, I came back after a year and a half and I met a new bitch.
Oh, fuck. Should we do our Just a Tip?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Okay, let me see where it is and what it is.
Well, I wonder if you're going to be able to hear that now, like ASMR. Like, I'm closing the bottle.
Right? Probably. I actually did for this, they do audio erotica too, but it's not like what I'm talking about. Dipsy. So I did a voiceover for them for 2 of their episodes talking about anal sex. And the first one was just like informative, like the anus and the rectum and the whatever. And then the second one was like more kind of sexy, seductive, like as if you and your partner are going to be doing it and you're listening. And that was my first time doing like real kind of voiceover work in that way. And I'm at a studio literally talking about getting fucked in the ass. And there's an engineer listening. And he's like, all right, let's do that one again.
Yeah,
take that again. and it made me think of like ASMR people. If they're not at home, they're at a professional place and people are listening. And so I guess most of them are not talking about getting fucked in the ass. But
yeah. I did some ASMR, some food ASMR content.
It's fun.
And yeah, it was super fun. Like smacking in the mic and like I had spaghetti, so I was like slurping up my spaghetti and it was a hit, man.
And people are into it.
Super into it. Especially because I'm a big girl. So like people like that's
part of the fetish.
That's my thing. Like I eat food, let me listen to it, let me watch you, let me feed you.
Yeah, no, I've never done no ASMR shit. Like,
you should do like an ASMR of like playing with your pussy, like the sounds of coochie.
I was thinking about doing that because I know that you can like send audio in the OnlyFans thing, but I just never thought about it. But
yeah,
I should.
If y'all come to Miami, I got my equipment is pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie, and it's very.
So you better start making some audio erotica.
Yeah,
start doing storytelling.
I should.
Ooh, that shit is fire.
I might. Ooh,
all right, our Just a Tip question is: how do you turn a situationship into a relationship?
Girl, child.
I just feel like. Why aren't I'm not understanding why people aren't just open and honest about what they want. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like I feel like that's gonna save you so much time. Like if you want a relationship, before you start getting involved with somebody and your feelings start getting involved, just tell them like I want to be in a relationship. Yes. Is that what you want? Yes or no? The worst thing they can say is no, and then you move on with your life. Like,
correct.
I'm not understanding. Like, why are you trying to turn a situation? Like, why are you trying to do that?
The first question is why?
Why? What are you gaining from that?
Why? And I just feel like it tends to be women looking for men that feel like I can't lose him, so I'm willing to enter this situation without saying what I really want. And
now your feelings are hurt.
Because and sometimes it's like, and I don't even want to give men the benefit of the doubt, but they let you know, like, bro, I'm not trying to do this.
Like
and if not specifically through what they've said, through their
what
behavior.
They do.
Yeah. And they let you know.
They will be with 12 other bitches in front of you and you'll still be like, well, I want to be with him. Bitch, he does not want to be with you.
And then be mad.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't understand
I don't know. I just feel like also that's just like, I don't know, I'm grown. I just feel like that's like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I dealt with that when I was like really, really young. Like, I don't know. That's just.
I think you can get in a situationship on accident, though.
Yeah,
I think that you can like go.
Your nails are so cute.
Thank you. They're cute from far away. I think that you can like genuinely go into it wanting a situationship. And then, or not, like not really wanting a relationship, and then things start to change, and then it's like a weird space to move in to be like, do I say something? Because if I say something, then I can ruin what we have, and I like what we have. You know, it's not, and sometimes like it's not. I don't want it to really change that much, but I do like you a little more than I thought I would like you, and like I do want to spend a little more time with you, maybe, or you know what I mean? Like I can see it slowly progressing into that.
What I'm hearing is a lack of boundaries and poor communication.
Yeah. Yeah.
And fear of rejection.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
That's pretty much what I'm hearing.
And big emphasis on fear of rejection. They are scared to be rejected, but it's like, you're going to be okay.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, that is the hard part. Because it's like, if you go into something and you're already not making the thing clear, then there's already room for it to get messy because you haven't made it clear.
No, but what
boundaries.
if you have?
And then there's the when you have, and then something happens, and then you don't immediately communicate the thing.
Period.
And then it gets messy because you didn't communicate the thing. Like, oh, okay, we're going to do situationship. Cool, we're doing situationship. Oh, I started to want more than a situation. But I'm not going to say that because, like you said, I don't want to fuck it up. And then you fucked up because you're not communicating. Because at the moment, all you need to say is, hey, I have not developed this thing. What are your thoughts? My thought is, I'm not with the shits. Oh, fuck. Now I'm rejected and I feel worthless.
Right. I feel like that's like, I talk about like open relationships and how like to, that can work. And it's just like, relationships in general just take so much. They take a lot of communication.
Correct.
And like there's no such thing as over communicating. Like there's no such thing as over communicating. When your feelings start to change, you need to let me know, or I need to let you know, so that then we both now have a decision to make. You know what I'm saying? Like I have the choice now to say, do I want to continue this? Do I not want to continue this?
Yes.
Do we have to make some negotiations to change how we're doing this, or whatever the case is? But like, I just don't think there's a thing as over communicating. Like, tell me every detail. I need to know as soon as you have a thought, even if you haven't like fully processed that thought yourself. Like
I'm starting to think about.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
That's it. It's
just getting you in the loop.
Just let me know. Just let me know.
Yeah.
And that's it. And but I also do understand that people aren't always very great at receiving communication either, you know?
That's
and
also
so
true.
It's hard.
What if you are communicating to this person and they don't respond at all?
And this is another boundary communication rejection issue. Like literally, it's a fucking cyclical thing. Just depends on what side you're on.
Yeah.
I feel like recently I have been in this place to finally have language for how important it is to me that people in my life are honest with me in a way that doesn't pedestal me or isn't like centered on admiring me or isn't centered on being scared of me, because what ends up happening is people don't give me honest information and then they make decisions because they're like, well, I guess I'm supposed to do this, or I feel like I have to do this because if I don't, then she'll get mad, or I don't want to lose her, so I'm going to make this decision. And like that has been a theme throughout my life, that people have like done that. I've been on the receiving end of like people pleasers, essentially.
Right.
And how shitty that ends up being for the relationship, because that means you're not engaging me really as a person, because you're doing a thing because of whatever the fuck is going on for you, or because of whatever imagined idea you have of me, that you're giving me like special treatment in a way I'm not asking for. And that fucking sucks and is not humanizing.
Right.
And then also it's like, on the back end of that, I'm held responsible for the decision you made that you felt like you had to do. So then it's like, it's my fault, but it was really your fucking fault.
Right.
Even if it was something that ultimately did benefit me, it's like, don't fucking say to me, well, I did this thing because I didn't want to lose you as a friend. Bitch, I didn't fucking ask for that.
Like,
or you're my partner because I wasn't fucking communicate with me.
Yeah.
And the thing that I have been thinking about, so not only do I now have language around like how important it is to me that people just like see me as a person and communicate with me very clearly, even if they feel like, oh, it's going to make her mad or it's going to be something she doesn't want to hear. Fine. Let me also allow me to respond in a way that I'm entitled to be upset, or I'm entitled to be like, thank you. Great. So
girl, you speaking to my heart.
Literally every angle of it is just shitty. And I feel like having language for that has been really helpful, but it's also really difficult because what I'm realizing is there's two pieces to like remedying that. There is me making the space for people to feel comfortable showing up as themselves, which I try to do my best at. Then there's also the other pieces, which people have to have some investment in, like advocating for themselves or being honest or not being a people pleaser, which oftentimes has nothing to do with me.
Right.
That's their own shit. Typically, it's very like unlikely that it's like me who has forced someone to like do a thing.
Right.
So that's the other half of it. And it's really hard to ask that of people because they're dealing with their 30 years of abandonment issues
Right.
or, you know, whatever. So it's a shitty thing around communication and honesty and rejection and intimacy and all the things. But I feel like people don't recognize that when you start to get down to like doing those things better, you're able to build better intimacy with people.
Yeah.
Like you being able to say to me, no, I don't like that. And me being able to be like, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it differently.
Right.
That creates something different than you being like, you know what, fine. And then you being like, cool, so she's cool.
Yeah.
Nothing gets done then.
Nothing. And you just build up this relationship or whatever, friendship relationship on this like shaky ass foundation.
Correct.
Like nothing is solid because you've never been honest from the jump. And like you said, I think it's so important to know that you have to do that to yourself.
Exactly.
Like if everybody individually took care of themselves that way, then we would all get, you know what I'm saying, on the same page with that. Because every time somebody tells you something you doesn't like, it's not that they're trying to hurt you or they're not trying to, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, or every time you tell somebody that you know your intentions, you're not trying to harm that person. You're just telling them the truth.
Yep.
Like, and it makes such a difference. Like it just makes life such easier. But also, you know,
and also more difficult for people who are not prepared for that.
That's true. But also, you know, I've had to recognize that some people are just like stern talkers or like, and I think that's something with you. I think you're like a stern talker and you just kind of are like an absolute talker. Like this is what it is and this is what it is. And like people take that, especially with women, especially with Black women, people take that as like, you know, you're aggressive or you're this or you're whatever. But like literally I'm just like, you're
matter of fact.
That's it. Like that's just what it is. And sometimes people are like, well, she's a bitch because she did it. And it's like, no, she just said like that's not what that is. And that's hard to you know, like figure out sometimes. But like working in customer service for so long, like I've definitely learned that some people just are just matter of fact. Like that's just how they talk and they're not rude. They're not anything. That's not what they're trying to be at all. You know, it's, I don't know.
Yeah.
I get it. But that does end up making that person hard to approach because they people are afraid that they're gonna, whatever.
Yes, it all is very complicated and sucks a lot and is really detrimental to any kind of like greater intimacy and is very frustrating.
Yeah, I bet.
And also, I feel like the only way that I have been able to remedy that in a way is just I accept the same way that I'm asking people to accept that I'm going to do what I'm going to do and respond. I'm accepting that from them too.
Yeah.
So I have had, and I've been practicing, especially over the pandemic, but largely over the past couple of years, like just telling people how I feel and telling people what I'm thinking or whatever, even if it feels like it's not appropriate. Maybe it's a business relationship or whatever. And I just go into that anticipating I'm going to just respect whatever their decision, or not even respect because I don't have to respect it, but I'm just going to hold space for whatever the fuck they end up doing. Like I just had so there was a brand kind of strategist person who I was intending on working with. And we had a couple of meetings for free, which I didn't know. I thought they were being tracked around how we were going to be building up the process of brand strategying. And I had sent an email to her like, hey, can you clarify the amount of money that blah, 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 blah. And then I had asked her a separate thing about like, this is a separate project that I want to do. How much would it cost? And here's what our budget is and what could fit into this budget. And she responded to the email and was like, I'm really disappointed that like I've sunk in so much energy into this and you're like, I think she thought I was questioning her rate. I was clarifying because I was wanting to understand. And I think she took it as just like as sex workers. It's like, don't fucking ask me questions. But that actually genuinely wasn't what it was.
Right.
And then, so she was like, I've stated that my rate is $125 an hour and the total is going to be blah, 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 blah a month. And then she went on to say, your budget for the other project is like well below my rate. So I won't be able to do that for you. Best of luck to you. And I'm like, none of what you interpreted or received from this is what I was saying or even inferring. So I had a moment where I was like, I could either just be like, fuck this bitch. I could be like, email, I don't know, whatever. But I was like, I want to genuinely tell her how I'm feeling. Yeah. And also she's a Black woman. So there's also this whole thing about like doing business with people. I'm really trying to like undo capitalistic ways of working with people. So I sent her a pretty long email saying like, you know, I know that first of all, I know that email is shitty for nuance. So I'm going to do my best to say exactly what I mean. And I hope that it's interpreted in a way that I'm intending.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that we're just building rapport. So it's hard to have like safe communication, but blah, 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 blah. And I was like, what it sounds like and what I'm getting from this email is that you feel like I've wasted your time, that I'm questioning your rates, and then I'm asking you to accommodate us based on our budget. And I want to let you know that I was asking because I was trying to clarify the rate. I was asking to see if you could fit anything into the budget that we requested. And also you have the option to say no and we would accept that. And also I intended to pay you for every hour you have committed to me so far, but I haven't been sent an invoice. So I have not been prompted to pay you yet.
Right.
But please send me an invoice. And thought that like did a good job of kind of, and I also was like, you know, I'm happy with the work that we've done. I am impressed with what you've done so far.
Right.
I value you, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, she just responded and was just like,
no, she
just was not. Yeah, she was just
her pride was hurt at that point. She had already, I just feel like she had already taken it, how she took it, and there was nothing else that you can do at that point that was going to change her mind because she got to work on her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, exactly. She got to figure her shit out. Like,
yeah. And it was just so we are now not working together for I don't know why reason.
That sucks.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
And I literally was trying to, and I said in the email, like, I'm genuinely wanting to know what was going on for you as you were writing this. Because sometimes, you know, people are pissed off about other things. So they go and text you. And then what you get is kind of not what
their feelings. They're not got nothing to do with you.
Exactly. Right. So I'm like, maybe she'll be like, you know what? I apologize. I was having a bad day. Can we? No, it was literally just like, it wasn't like, what's the word, explicitly bitchy, but it was just like, I just think that we're not on the same page and I'm going to focus on my other clients. And I'm like, okay. And it just, it's shitty. And so the point is, you try to do your best to communicate and like practice the thing. And niggas do not be ready. Like that's part of it is then dwindling down your like group of people that you interact with to hope that they're on the same page.
Right.
Because that type of shit is fucking exhausting.
Yeah.
Which is why you can't be in like relationships with that kind of person ongoingly because what a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, because you ultimately you're just gonna have to like you have to put it out there and then you have to make your decision. Like you know what I'm saying? Like and then if you decide to stick around, now you can't complain and you can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't bitch and moan about what you put out there, what they gave you. Right. You know, they showed you or they told you what they wanted or what they didn't want. And you're like, okay. And now you're going to yell and like you can't.
You were okay with
do
that
both.
earlier.
Like you can't do both. So that's when you got to turn around and look in the mirror and evaluate yourself. I always say like communication, you have to communicate with yourself.
Yep.
Like that is a part of communication is communicating with yourself.
Yep.
Thinking about it, making sure. That's it, man.
And the other part of that is you have zero control over getting people to do that kind of work. People have to either just be down and ready to do that shit or they are not. And it doesn't matter how much of a this or whatever, or who you are, what you think you're doing.
Yeah.
If they're not prepared to do that,
it doesn't matter.
They're not going to fucking do it and shit's going to continue to be the same.
Yeah. Just do your part.
Exactly.
Worry about yourself. But that's literally it. Like you have to worry about yourself because you're going to drive yourself crazy trying to make other people do something, be something that they don't want to be. Like, and maybe you'll change your life. Like, shit, maybe you being the person to walk away or you being the person to communicate exactly how you feel or whatever the hell is, you know what I'm saying? Maybe be like, dang, I didn't communicate with myself.
Correct.
I need all my scammer niggas, bring that cash.